What's going on, guys? Blazing here, and today we are talking Call of the Arbiter. Let's get into it. All right, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. And today on the channel, I've got the one, the only Saffron Man. Saffron, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, Blazing. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for having me on. Excited to talk about Raid and Call of the Arbiter and a few other things. And yeah, it's great to be on, man.
Thank you for coming. I know next to you, I had to put Ethos. We know he's your number one.
There's no one
That's
else. Yeah,
that's
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 it.
your love right there. I did think about asking if Jungle Hunter would stay in with us for a little bit.
Nope. I wouldn't be here if that's the case. If you did that, I would have gone. I would have walked away.
um, if you guys want to know actually what happened with that, to all my viewers, I don't know if a lot of you know who Saffron Man is. I know he hasn't done a lot of raid content creation lately. But if you head over to his channel, it'll be in the description below. You'll find out why he's got such love for
Love is such a strong word, Blazing. Come on.
So, guys, today we are going to be talking the Call of the Arbiter. It's the anime version of Raid that Playroom is going to be releasing. And I brought Saf on because he's been playing Raid for a while. He's been content creatorship for a while, and I wanted to get his take on what this is. I mean, he turned me on to another anime called Arcane, which I believe was League of Legends that did that one.
Right. Yeah.
And I like it. I like it. And we were gonna kind of compare it to them because there hasn't really been any other IPs that have had the same diversity to break into anime like that, right? So I'm gonna have to ask the first question though. Is going to be, what is your favorite anime of all time?
Um, yeah, so I'm not a massive anime watcher per se, but I used to watch the heck out of Dragon Ball Z, literally like before school, after school, and it was generally the same fight throughout the whole week. And yeah, we would love, me and my brother, we would love just kind of watching Dragon Ball Z when we were younger. And even as an adult, I've kind of rewatched most of that series up to date. And yeah, I'm not a massive fan, but I like what I like, and I kind of stuck with Dragon Ball Z throughout all those years, and it's kind of stuck with me. But I've watched a couple of other things. Vox Machina on Amazon. That I loved that. Knew nothing about it, and then the show came out, which is great. Arcane that you mentioned just kind of took everyone by storm, and we're not really jumping into areas now, but yeah, not much, but I do watch when I can.
Okay, okay. So anything you watch, anything you've seen, you always compare it to Dragon Ball Z, which is a great comparison. I mean, Dragon Ball Z's been around for, God, I think I was like 13 years old when I first started watching it, and
Mhm.
I'm way older than that now.
Yeah, it's been around a while, isn't it? Yeah.
So for me, one of my favorite, or I'd have to say the favorite anime that I've ever watched, was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood series. If you haven't watched that stuff, you should. It's just phenomenal. Storyline's great. Everything's. I mean, it's dubbed in English, but they do such a great job. And I hold it up here, and I always anything I watch, I've watched Attack on Titan, and I always hold it to that regard, and not a lot of things can compare to it. Um, so what we're gonna do here now is we're gonna watch the, I think, what is it, like 35 second clip of the Call of the Arbiter, and then we're gonna kind of discuss it, and mostly comparing it to Arcane. So
Can I give a bit of context before we they watch the trailer?
yeah.
So I mean, so we're doing a little bit of a discussion, me and Blazing, like why some of the positives around it, and I'm just going to be talking about kind of why I'm sort of disappointed with it. But just in a bit of context, throughout my 3-4 years of creating content for Raid, I held a podcast and I had one of the community managers on my podcast. And after that podcast, I've been in regular touch, and I've been trying to massively promote Raid Polarium to do a TV show and a TV series. They've got amazing voice actors. Their adverts on YouTube are amazing quality of graphics. They've got humor there, and I've always been trying to push them in the right direction to go on, do it, go in. And I watched this, and I'm literally looking at the website now, Nerd Stash, where it was posted and announced. But yeah, maybe we'll get into it. But yeah, I've been pushing for this for a long time, and I'm probably going to tell you why I'm disappointed of it. But let me know what you think, and mate, Blazing, roll that clip, huh?
All right, let's do it. I will not be playing any sound. I just don't want to get copyright strike. I know some content creators had some issues, guys. So just bear with us. It's only a couple of seconds. I gotta say, man, the action scenes look great in it. Kyle right there. All right. So yeah, May 18th, we are going to have the Call to Arbiter coming out. Now,
And that's just
uh,
a couple of weeks, right? It's not far away at all.
no,
Right.
that's what we're first week of. Well, yesterday was April Fool's, so um,
All right, a few more weeks, probably
yeah.
6 weeks. Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
but yeah, I mean, the action scenes look great in it. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear why you why you're upset.
I
First
wouldn't
and
say
foremost.
upset. I'm just extremely disappointed. I know they can do better, right? Now, yeah, what you said there is, yeah, the fight scenes look cool, and that's great. And they do look cool for what's there. But when you dive into this article with the information that they're being given, they're saying, like, the fantasy action RPG game itself with over 50 million downloads and counting, which is great. How many of them are fake accounts and whatever. We're not getting, that's another conversation.
Right.
But they're trying to promote the game through a TV show, right? Now, before we even get into Call of the Arbiter, let's look around at who's doing similar things. One of those companies is Arcane, which we talked about. Now, Arcane released a fully fledged TV series with their own animation style, epic storyline, voice actors, the works, and it was a massive success. And everyone's like, in the Raid community, where's Raid's version? Now, when we were promoting the Raid TV show back in the day, we're like, look, take your adverts, which you spent so much money on getting the graphics to look as good as they are, and just take that process and that practice and expand it into a TV show of some kind. It would probably be the best looking animated TV show ever. If I'm honest, I mean, you've seen those
Yeah,
adverts, Blazing. You
I
know how
agree.
good they look.
Oh yeah.
If they were to make that into a TV show with the raid world and the raid characters with Teleria, Bad Alcazar, and all that, it would be absolutely epic, and everyone would have to watch it. Um, and yeah, I think that would the idea of a raid TV show is absolutely amazing. But what Arcane did is they offered a storyline as well as graphics and everything else, and it just worked. It got published on Netflix, and it was awesome. Now, another game company that's recently, not say recently, but a few years ago, tried to get the same thing done with Netflix was Blizzard. Blizzard have been trying to make a Diablo TV series, animated TV series, for the past like 10 years. And about 4 years ago, they tried to get a deal with Netflix. And Netflix said, no, we don't want it. And so Blizzard said, right, we're going to now produce it ourselves and release it ourselves. And we haven't really heard anything about it since. So
Right.
Netflix are kind of picky, is my point, right? And when you try and release a TV show, you want a massive audience to be looking at it. Now, one of the forefronts that I see for this show is that it's not being released on Netflix, it's not being released on Amazon, it's being released on YouTube. Now, who is that for? Who is going to watch? Now, it's not going to get a bazillion views. I wouldn't even say a couple of 100,000 per episode until the whole series is out and it starts getting a bit more. But it's not going to work out, I don't think, in terms of
I,
views.
I don't know about that. I mean, YouTube YouTube's pretty big. Granted,
Right.
it's not Netflix. I agree with you there. I mean, once it's on Netflix, once it's on one of the bigger broadcast networks, it's golden. But I think their intent from what they were talking about is they wanted to put out the short little version and try to get someone else to pick it up. Because they do have some pretty big names that I mean, I know the producer used to do the what is it, Marvel stuff. back like
Yeah, okay, but everyone that they is literally there for the paycheck, right? Player have literally gone and headhunted absolutely everyone and nitpicks like you because they can afford to do so. Like
right.
they've got Neymar promoting their Mech Warriors game, right? They can literally afford to, pay for anyone's salary to come and do the job for them, right? But this is worlds apart from other TV shows that that are in the same market. Reason being, this let's say Arcane, which was let's say 45 to 50 minutes. Some episodes are half an hour long, and there
Yeah.
was what 10 to 12 episodes or something. This is
Yeah,
50
there's
minutes
two
in
seasons
total,
now.
right?
Yeah.
But this is 50 minutes in total for Raid. So they're releasing 10 5-minute episodes weekly on their YouTube channel.
I
Now,
do
think
agree.
how much money have they spent on that, on those 5 minutes? And they're going to get a couple 100,000 views. If they're lucky, it's not sustainable. Whereas they put that effort in and made it properly, like their adverts, expanded their world and universe, made a proper TV show that someone like Netflix would like to put on their channel, then and do it right. Get people excited. No one's going to be excited for. Are you going to be looking forward like edge of your seat for 5 minutes every week? How
No.
much immersion can you get in 5 minutes? You just bury a storyline, right? Like I don't get it. So
I
yeah, I'm just disappointed in some of the information that we've got here. Yes, they've hired some amazing people, but it doesn't look as good as their adverts, and it's barely gonna. It's barely content to get through. People binge watch like TV series all weekend, like every weekend. Like you could barely binge. You can literally binge watch that in an hour. Like
yes, I agree.
it. Mm,
I mean, so one of my short version clips that I always like to watch, did watch, and was always kind of psyched to see a new episode was the Mortal Kombat live action back when Warner Brothers first acquired it. There,
right.
it's called Mortal Kombat Legacy,
Mm-hmm.
and I literally I loved watching those episodes. It was just a small time um, producer that was trying to get it sponsored and managed to actually be able to get Warner Brothers to pick it up. It's actually if you I think if you watch HBO Max, it's on there. It's called Mortal Kombat Legacy, and those were roughly about 5 to 10 minute clips that kind of gave you just a little bit of backstory and everything. So I did like those, and I did look forward to watching them every week. But that's because I've watched all the Mortal Kombat movies. I've watched the series when I was younger. With this, I do agree with you. I would love to see a more full length show, even if it's like 25 minutes, a half an hour per show,
Right.
per episode. I agree with you there. But I think what they're trying to do is we all know that Plarium loves to invest their money back to getting the new players, right? They're great at marketing. Number one. I don't think
Right.
there's another company out there that can do it better. But I think what they're trying to do is hype it up, get the community hype, and then see if they can get approached by
Then
somebody.
do a full job rather than a half-assed job. It's like everything they do in game, right? The events, it's like, oh, they're good, but it's a bit dodgy that they're taking away a chicken, or as a login or whatever. It's a good shard event. Oh, but the packages and prices are just ridiculous. Like it's like the clan events and stuff like that. It's a good idea, but they never really follow through to a point. And this is a great idea. I've been promoting it. I've been trying to make it happen. They've got Michael Neeb, who's the fantastic voice actor for Death Knight. They've got some great voice actors within the community as well. This could have been an epic thing. Instead, we're getting snippets of something that they might be happy with, but I don't know who it's for. The only thing I've seen like this before is like when Heroes was out. When Heroes was out and everyone around the world was watching this show, after each episode each week they released a webisode, which is like a 2 to 5 minute long, backstory of something else that was going on within the Heroes universe. This kind of feels like that, but they're advertising it as it's the main event, and yeah, like I said, the amount of things that they could have done within the community. Yeah, I'm not saying like they should have rolled out the red carpet for all the content creators and stuff, but they've done stuff with content creators like Cerberus Arms before, and they've made him into like Saito into characters. I
Yep.
know that they've done events where they brought content creators in and done things. They've flown them off like planes and jumped out of planes and done a whole bunch of stuff. So I know they've got the capability to do that, but why not get the community involved in something like this and get a fully fledged version? Why, I know Layla Fox has done Arbiter, like for myself. Maybe they would like get
I
her
would
voice
love to
on.
see Layla Fox
How freaking
actually be
cool
in
would that
that.
be?
Yeah, I
Right?
agree.
So why can't we get the community involved and get a fully fledged, awesome effort where everyone is happy and everyone will be talking about it. It'll be talk of the town. It'll be promotion in the best of ways. Where a happy community are talking about something that's really hype. I think even the voice actors and the artists probably aren't going to be best pleased. Like all this hard work and effort over the last few years, and it's 50 minutes.
Yeah. No,
How long
so
do I have to wait for season two? I don't know.
so would you be happier if they just released it rather than the episode if they just made like a animated movie? Would that be a little better for you or
And do you know what? I think if they're going to do this, again, they should have done it right. They should have gone down and looked down the path and tried to get something with Amazon and with Netflix or something like that. But they're probably thinking, Netflix want way too much money. And, they're getting probably a bit of irony there. And they're thinking, oh no, we can. I don't know what they're thinking. Who is it for? Who is it marketed for? Is it marketed just for new players? Is this marketed to get me sat down on my seat for nearly an hour? I mean, I don't know. I'm very confused. I just wish it was a proper, fully fledged. Just give it a go. Just give it a go. You're barely dipping your toe in the water with this one. And again, you may have had all these people that have worked on the Assassin's Creed franchise and Marvel and this, that, and the other, but yeah, again, what kind of immersion can you get in 5 minutes weekly? I don't even. I think even my daily news videos go on longer than that. So yeah, I just want more. I don't think you can make this release this all in as a 1 hour thing would make it even better. I just think that this was just a disappointing way. And again, let me just kind of click on the link and watch that video again. I got it on mute. And again, the graphics don't look as good as their adverts. I
yeah.
mean, yes, you can tell who the characters are, like Jizzo and stuff like that, and Kale, and it's good, but it looks too similar to Arcane than its own version, right?
Well, yeah.
They've tried to go down the path of what other people have done rather than stick to what they had originally, like their adverts. Their adverts are unique.
Yeah, no,
They
I
look
agree with that.
amazing.
The
So
adverts are hands down some of the best ones. Like I before this I would say you played well, you've played Diablo, but you've played World of Warcraft, right?
no, I've never gotten a World of Warcraft crate.
Um
So I play StarCraft and Diablo and stuff like that.
so the best adverts up until I've seen some of Raids, I've always held Blizzard to that standard. And Blizzard, I mean, it's a triple A IP. So they do everything right, right? They've been in business for what is it, almost 20 years now, 20 plus, 25 plus years.
Yep.
Um, so they've done things right, and I do think that they probably should have steered. I will agree with you that they probably should have steered closer to their adverts as animation was. I am not a huge fan of this type of animation.
Right.
So
So yeah, I mean, what I would have done, you know, if if I was Plarium, I would have taken this whole mini series, whatever it's called, and I would have taken it to people like Amazon and Netflix. Say, hey, we've just made this show of our phone. We've seen you do stuff like Arcane and Vox Machina on Amazon stuff like that. What do you think? It's like an hour long. Let us know what you think. Give us some feedback. Could we either make more episodes? What would you need to change for you guys to be interested? And just try to make that work. And I think that would have been a more beneficial route for everyone involved if they just listened to feedback rather than just kind of push this out on their own YouTube channel. Yes, it's good. Are we going to remember it for the next 5, 10 years or whatever? I don't know. It just feels like it's a half-assed job at 5 minutes a week is kind of wasting our time. And I think the immersion is going to be pretty poor. It doesn't really matter who's working on it. It's not, I listen to great songs every day. They're all some of them are longer than 5 minutes, and yet
yeah,
I'm supposed to like the music that's going to be on the intro. I mean, look, okay, so out of these 5 minutes, you're going to have an intro, you're
yep,
going to have end credits, as well as some kind of introduction to the characters themselves. Rather, so there's going to be a narrator of some kind. Um, It's over before it started. I mean,
Yeah,
how long have we been going for already? That's three
yeah.
episodes long. Like
21 minutes already.
man,
So
that's over
yeah,
4 episodes.
yeah.
Nearly halfway through the series.
I
It's
can
great.
see that. You make a valid argument with that. I'm not going to say anything about that. I do think that they should make these episodes a lot longer. Because you're right. By the time they get into it, the storyline, the credits, and everything, it's not like they're just gonna boom start right off with it. Um, yeah, it's not gonna be. I feel like it should have just almost became a 1 hour just movie. I feel if they're gonna release it this way, I think it should have just been a 1 hour movie or a 1.5 hour movie and just left it at that. I think the community would have probably been better off with that, and been much happier. And I think it would definitely go a much longer way to try to get a different, streaming service to pick that up. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, again, releasing it as a whole hour on their YouTube channel isn't probably the best idea. Again, I would pitch it around to other places and get feedback of the product that you're trying to pitch before you release it anywhere. But I mean, just releasing this 50 minutes as is, I think. Yeah, I don't know the storyline. I don't know who the characters are. I'm sure there's going to be like Dragon Ball Z type cliffhangers at the end of each episode to keep you coming back for next week. But I think the immersion would be there. Again, it's 50 minutes. People can probably watch it in their lunch hour or something. Like, it's not a long time. Um, so, yeah, 50 minutes to watch everything I think would be great. But 5 minutes a week is strange. It's not common. It's not revolutionary. It's not inventing their own thing. It's just strange. And their graphics and their art style, yes, it looks good, but it's not as good as their previous content, and it does look kind of similar to Arcane. And Raid slash Palladium have been known to copy people's ways quite a lot. So yeah, I'm not going to go on about that, but it's just strange. And throughout all the hype and effort that people like myself and plenty of others in the raid community have been in direct contact with Polarium about this, and I'm sure there's lots of content creators that are saying, "Yay, this looks awesome" because it looks good on their channel. But
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed and deflated, and I don't know, almost insulted. But I'll watch it. Will I like it? That's another thing. But I don't know. It's not exactly promoting the game. Um, I, I think going back to the art style again, it does look too similar to Arcane for me, and it's
Yeah.
too much of a step back from it. How do you go from spending like 100 million advertising a year for the past 5 years on your adverts and then just go backwards? They've done all the hard part. They've created their engines and their graphics. They've got all their systems of recording body motions and everything else. They've got the voice actors. Everything was there. They just need to expand what they had. It's like they've tried to reinvent the wheel, not just graphically, but obviously the way that TV shows are released. Um, I don't know. I
So
don't, how's this going to work monetized? Like they've I'm trying to see where they're going to get the money back from on this.
I
You know?
don't know if their I mean, most of their videos that they release out anyways are less than a minute long. So I don't know if they're looking for monetization back on that. I think they're just looking to try to spark up a little more hype in the community to try to get other new players coming in. But I have one of their adverts pulled up, the last one that they did with the Arbiter for their 1st year anniversary. And I mean, I know you can't see it, but the viewers will be able to. I mean, the advert, hands down, I mean, just looks so much better. I would, if something like this was playing, it looks more CGI, more live animated. I would love to see something like that. I think playing and having that kind of already design in, it would
Yeah.
be, it doesn't, you're right, it doesn't do this animated series justice. It doesn't. I was planning on going against you on this, but you are making a very, very solid case, because I'm looking at this stuff now and I'm just like, man, I'm gonna put my foot in my own mouth and I'm not gonna be able to say anything because he's right. Like, just looking at all of this like the Zargala that's in the picture right now, she just looks like. Did you ever watch the World of Warcraft movie?
Yes, I did. Yeah, yeah.
She looks like that, but just
The
like
orcs.
way
Yeah.
better. And I was just like yeah, I agree with you. You have swayed me. Let me know what your opinion on is, guys. Did he change your opinion? Do you think they should have gone with the adverts style of design, or are you a fan of this style of of I guess you can call it an anime, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's an extended advert. Let's be honest. It's like,
yeah,
I'm sure some of their adverts have been longer. I'll have to double check on the length of their adverts.
yeah. I think like the one I'm looking
And
at right now, which is the last one, their fourth year anniversary, is 48 seconds, and the
well, I'm sure
call,
some of the ones with Gallic and Death Knight have been a bit longer, especially with Death Knight. I'm sure they
yeah.
have.
But I mean,
Um,
they've done a lot of great work. So, Steph, you've
but
made
yeah,
me.
get in the comments, everyone. Honestly, am I just talking out my backside or what? Like, ultimately, I've been very excited for this for a long time at the potential for this to happen, and the bottom line is I'm let down with what they've offered as a tease. Again, 10 episodes of 5 minutes each. I'm not really going to be immersed in it. They could have done a whole lot better. They could have pitched it around and got feedback to make it immersive. They've gone backwards on their graphics. I don't know if the storyline is going to be up there. If they've copied my storyline that I pitched them all those years ago, they're going to be getting another call or two. But yeah, let's know. I mean, am I absolutely wrong? Are you excited? If you're excited for it, there's nothing wrong about that.
Right.
I just feel they could have done better and made waves across, the streaming networks rather than a dip in the toe on YouTube. But yeah, let me know what you think.
Yeah, I think I agree with you now. If this was presented to Netflix in their adverts way of design, or to Amazon, they would have at a snap of a finger said, "Yep, let's go, bring it on."
Mm-hmm.
Give us a great storyline, and we'll sign on for 3 or 4 seasons. But yeah, so Seth, before we wrap this up, do you have anything you want to say to the community? Anything?
No, not really. Obviously, people, haven't made content in a while. I'm still doing stuff on Twitch every now and then, but there are reasons which I'm not going to go into why I'm not part of the raid community anymore, making raid content on it. But thank you so much for everything. Really, the raid award shows and the podcast have been highlights of my life over those numerous years, and I've enjoyed literally every step along the way and met so many amazing people, and one of them is you, Blazing. So thanks for having me on the channel, and long may your progress. Me and Blazing used to talk about like his first videos and the thumbnails and
Oh,
everything, like, and the journey since then. It's come on so much. So congrats on everything, man, and keep growing and keep doing your thing.
thank
You're
you,
doing
thank you.
podcasts and everything yourself now, right? Whereas
Yeah.
you're looking for thumbnail advice and content advice and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, you've done a lot. So keep doing what you're doing, buddy. Congrats. And everyone hit that like and subscribe to Blazing because he's just such a positive guy. So to make that
Thank you,
happen, it'd be
thank
good.
you. Before I do let you go though, we always do shout outs on the channel.
Okay.
So do you have a shout out to someone in the community, someone close to you, anybody?
Um, I'm not very much in touch with the community nowadays, if I'm honest. I'll give a shout out to Jay Giggs though. Just, I mean, every time, I mean, when I first did my thing with the Infinity Cup all those years ago, and when I first did stuff with Murder Inc. and everything else, Jay Giggs was just, just so funny, so original, amazingly talented guy. Always level-headed. Never see him get too angry or worked up or calling people this or calling people that. He creates content the right way, goes about himself in the right way, holds himself well, and I just wish that he had more going for him. Like, I wish him the world, pretty much. He's such a cool guy to work with. But other than that, I would like to just give a shout out to Darkling Mare, and she's a mod in my channel. She's been a supporter of what we do for a long time. It's been a rough kind of few months for everyone, but she's doing great. She's on Twitch as well, Twitch TV Darkling Mare, and yes, we're always streaming all the time, and she just works so hard, and she's just a bubbly person as well. But yeah, so J Gigs, Darkling Mare, and obviously Blazing. Yeah.
I think they probably should have hired Jay Giggs as the writer for this because the stuff that he writes, man, oh my god, I
They
can't
should have
stop
done a lot
laughing
of
for
things.
hours.
Um, they should have done a lot of things. Again, they could have got the community properly involved. What if, Layla Fox was Arbiter? What if Deadwood was the voice of the clan boss or something? Could you
Ooh,
imagine? How cool would that be?
ooh,
Right? like it would just be great if they got involved again, made it a proper effort, gave it a proper go. It just seems a bit thrown together. Just no matter who the names are that are attached, again.
Wow.
I mean, you hear all those names and think, wow, Marvel Television, Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, all these people think, wow, this could be epic, and it's I don't know. We're a bit like that. Maybe I'm talking rubbish, but let me know in the comments, chat. But yeah, thanks, Blaze. It's been awesome coming on, man.
Thank you, thank you. And we'll have to have you once all the episodes are out. I'm gonna have you back on, and let's see if we can change
You
your.
need to finish watching Arcane, right? You finish
Yes,
watching Arcane
I will
before
finish.
this comes out.
I definitely will. I definitely will. Uh, but as always, guys, much appreciation, much love. Be well, be safe on there, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, bye.